Welcome back to another episode of Unexpectedly Random Reviews, a potentially delicious product. Today we've got a couple of new flavors or new varieties of chips to deal with. I've once again found myself unaccompanied on the chip aisle. I know I say that a lot. It's not that I need supervision, it's just that I tend to pick things up while I'm there. So the two items we will be reviewing in this video in this order are Ruffles Double Crunch Honey Mustard. Sounds a little interesting. I have a feeling it could get overwhelming pretty quick, pretty easily. And then Ruffles Double Crunch Spicy Cheddar Jack. This one looks good. Just throwing that one out there. I may be predisposed to liking that one, and because of that, we're going to taste it second. Plus, it's also the spicier of the two, so by putting the spicy ones at the end, it helps to keep it from overwhelming the palate. So, without dragging this out too much longer, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Listen for the crinkle. It smells like a potato. There might be a slight hint of mustard flavor or mustard fragrance to it, but overall it doesn't smell overwhelming. So that's a good sign. They are the Ruffles Double Crunch, so they are super thick. I might even venture to say that they're dummy thick. These these chips. So not much else to discuss about them at this point. They are very crunchy. You could probably hear it actually through my software. I've got software that pulls the background noise out of it. Flavor wise, it's really strong initially. It's kind of like a punch to the face almost. It's not a bad taste. It's pretty twangy, kind of like a zippy mustard would be. It does have a very sweet note. Again, it doesn't linger very long. It kind of hits you and then it just kind of mellows out. There's a little bit of spiciness to it. And I'm not sure if that's just from the mustard itself. Nope, there's horseradish. That was it. That was the other thing I was going to say was it almost tastes like there's horseradish in it. So that gives it just a little bit of a spiciness. It's a little different for me. It's not terrible. Personally, probably not a flavor I would go out of my way to pick up, but the taste seems to be fine if you enjoy honey mustard that has horseradish in it. You'd probably like these, especially if you like potato or just general potato chips, because it kind of devolves from the honey mustard flavor down into more of just a regular super crunchy potato. The horseradish flavor is a little strong, I think. It's one of the last ingredients, and it still sneaks up on you a little bit, and over time, it may build. Because on that second one there, it tasted like the horseradish flavor was stronger than the first one. So decent flavor overall. Personally, not my preference, but it's not a bad flavor if that's a flavor that you enjoy. Now we'll move on to Double Crunch Spicy Cheddar Jack. I'm excited for this one. Just to preemptively take a look, it does not look like it has um, any horseradish in it. Not that it should. So let's jump in here. Metaphorically, of course. Ooh. The aroma is a lot stronger on this one. It smells almost identical to the cheese popcorn. You get those around Christmas time. You can find those metal tins that have either 2 or 3 flavors of popcorn. Typically have butter and caramel corn and cheddar popcorn. It smells almost identical to that. The cheese side of the cheese or the popcorn tin. So that's kind of neat. Again, it's the Super Crunch, so they're kind of huge. We'll see if that will refocus on them. And it's not going to, so. But they are super thick, crunchy chips. Initially, the flavor I'm getting is very similar to the au gratin chips. I believe Ruffles has an au gratin. I know Lay's used to have a wavy au gratin. I don't know if they still make it. It starts out like that, but it doesn't take long for that heat to hit you. It's a decent heat. It's not overwhelming. Of course, I believe it's jalapenos primarily as a heat source. Jalapeno pepper. So that flavor wise, it is really good. The combination of that cheesy au gratin flavor and the spiciness from the pepper. Hmm. Still definitely not a snack for watching movies or anything because they are loud. Flavor wise, that one's very good. The heat lingers. But it's not overwhelming. It doesn't really drive down the flavor at all. So you're not masking the flavor with it. Some hot things get very hot very quickly, and then you lose the flavor because your mouth is on fire. It's enough that it reminds you that it's spicy, but it's not too much. So that one's a win for me personally and across the board. In general, this one's not a bad chip. I'm just personally not partial to the flavor on it. Um, the extra crunch reminds me a lot of like a kettle cooked chip, and I'm kind of a fan of kettle cooked chips. So that's a very good thing. So those are successful. I'd recommend you try them if these are flavors that sound interesting to you. Um, the taste and the balance on them is very good. So till next time, stay random.